Alright guys, I'm going to be doing a review today on a new lower that I just bought. Actually, I bought it with as a complete rifle with a 22 package on top. Right now though it is a mil-spec lower, and I have a Colt 5.56 upper on it, 1-in-7 twist, 20-inch barrel, rifle length, YHM handguard, a rail system. Just show it is cleared. Now I'm doing this video on my iPhone. My actual camera's not working at the moment. Getting a new one soon, so I'll start doing reviews on other stuff that I buy, shooting reviews later on down the road with it. It does take standard magazines. This is just an older one that I had, but it fits right in. No wiggle room at all, really. I mean, it moves a little bit, but it did the same with the Colt lower that I had, so can't really complain about that. As for the lower, it is a polymer lower. Wanted to try it out. Been looking into them a lot so far. I haven't actually shot it yet. I'll be going out tomorrow morning or afternoon to shoot it. Let's see if you can see this. It's an Omni. Looks like the flash is getting in the way. It is right here. It says Made in America Omni right here. The upper that came with it, it's right here. Just a normal A2 front sight. It does have the bayonet lug on it. It's got this standard sling, just regular handguard. Something's real special about it. Like I said, it is chambered in 22 long rifle. Real solid construction, fits well on the gun, doesn't move, doesn't wiggle, do anything like that. This is just a scope that I got a few days ago for it. It's a sniper brand. The reason why I went with this is, well, I don't have the money to buy an ACOG, but I really like the chevron reticle. Let's see here if you can see this. The glare is probably going to get in the way. You kind of saw it right there. Yeah, you can't really see it. It does have the bullet drop for the 5.56, which is nice. I do plan on getting a flat top upper, so I can put it on the 5.56, try it out on that. But it was mainly a scope just for the 22. But if it works with the 223 5.56, that'll be awesome. Anyway, back to the lower. Came with a 6-position, fully adjustable stock. Buffer tube is solid metal construction. Grip feels good. Solid movement in the selector switch. Not easy to turn. Feels very solid. You hear the clicks in each one, so you always know where it's at. Bolt release. Everything on it real nice. Like I said, I'll be shooting it tomorrow, so I'll get a new review up on it tomorrow. Just kind of wanted to post a few things on it tonight. Let everybody know how it was made in case anyone else was looking for the polymer lower, wanted to try it out. The one gripe that I do have isn't so much with the lower. Well, actually, let me take that back. There's one complaint that I do have with this lower, and so far this is the only magazine that I've put in it besides the 22 one that came with it. Now the 22 magazine that came with it is pretty loose when it goes in there. There's, as you can see, quite a bit of wiggle room side to side. I'll figure out when we go shoot it if that is going to affect anything. My only other complaint with this lower would be that it doesn't drop mags freely. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that about that yet. I think I will start with these and sanding them down maybe a little on the back side. They're a little sticky, so just taking a wire brush, hitting them up a little bit, and seeing if that helps at all. I don't have any P-mags. I've never used them, so I may have to try those next, see if those help at all. Build quality, though, I really like this lower. This upper fits on it great. This is a I'm in California, so this is a pre-band Colt upper. So it has the big front pinhole in the upper. So in order to fix that, I just went out and got the bushing. That fit on there good. It works. There's no wiggle room at all with this upper onto the lower. So I mean, if you can look and see, it fits pretty snug on there. It fits great. Just push out this back pin. Let you see the insides of it. It's give me just a second. I gotta put the phone down. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. Okay. So it's got a real actual buffer and spring in there. The trigger is real nice on it. It has a nice crisp solid feel to it. I'll show you guys that in a second. So I mean, that's pretty much the internals of it. The spring, everything feels solid. You're supposed to not be able to, you don't have to switch out the spring in order to shoot 223 or 556 out of it. I'll find out tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So everything fits on there smooth, real easy to do. As you can see, it's pretty much with one hand. So let's see here about the trigger pull. Okay. It's a real smooth trigger. I really like it. I'll figure out how it does tomorrow with live ammunition in it. Now with my setup personally, which it will be changing very shortly, I'm ordering an MOE mag pull front hand guard. This YHM, it's been on here forever, and it's a great rail system. I absolutely love it, but it is heavy, and with all the new MOE mag pull stuff, and even some of the Troy Industry ones that are way lighter, this is just not beneficial anymore. It's especially on this setup, because of the polymer lower, it is very front heavy. If I shoulder this rifle and I go to change a magazine, as soon as my front hand comes off of the front hand guard up here, off of this, or off of magazine well, where I like to keep my hands a lot of the time, my dad likes to use this more than I do, the front of it just falls down. Really hard to keep up just by holding the pistol grip. Of course, if you have a 16 or a 14-inch barrel, it's not going to be nearly as heavy or front heavy, and that's not going to be an issue. With the 22 upper, I don't notice it at all. So it's, for the money, I think, let's see, for the full 22 upper, or full 22 rifle, I got the lower, the upper obviously, came with a 6-position stock, came with 1 magazine. I found some places online that you get 2 magazines from it. It doesn't come with a rear sight, it's just a A3 flat top upper. But all that was $4.99. I think it was like $5.60 out the door. Not too bad if you already have an upper and you're looking for a new lower for it, and 22 is a lot cheaper to shoot. 5.56, especially nowadays, you can't even find 5.56. For that matter, you can't even find 22 anywhere. Luckily, I had a little over 1,000 rounds of 22 saved up, and I reload my 5.56, so that's an advantage, I guess. But after this 1,000 rounds of 22 is gone, I'm not really going to be going shooting anytime soon without being able to find any ammo. So hopefully tomorrow's going to be nice weather. We'll get some good shooting out of it, get some video, and see what happens. As of now, without shooting it at all, I highly recommend this lower. It feels real solid. There's not really any flex in it at all, pushing on it. I know I'm not pushing very hard right now, but when I first got it, one of the first things I did, took the upper off and kind of squeezed everywhere. Didn't really have any flex in it. I do like that the selector switch is real solid. And on the upper, let's go to the upper. I know the review is supposed to be mainly about the lower, but looks like we're doing a review on everything anyway, so we'll just do a one long video with a review on everything. Upper is solid, no wiggle room anywhere. The only thing right now that you're hearing shaking is the sling mount. It does, I'm not sure if it's going to come up in the video or not. There is a little bluing right here. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the video. Right here, up top, right here. Not a big deal. It doesn't bother me any. It's going to be getting Duracoated anyway. Probably either foliage green, or dark earth from Magpul. I'm not really sure which one yet. Let's go ahead and take this bolt carrier out. That's the 22 bolt carrier. So it doesn't actually use the buffer tube or spring, which is why they put a spring and buffer tube that'll work with the 5.56, because this doesn't actually use it. It's all self-contained. But it is, it feels very solid, and for a 22, you really don't need anything too crazy. It's just a Plinken rifle, just something to get used to the AR platform. This isn't my first AR. Well, it's my first AR, not the first AR that I've ever shot, owned, or anything like that. ARs have been in the family forever. Hopefully to stay that way. Definitely going to be fighting this AWB band. If you guys don't, go check out Nuttin' Fancy. His videos are awesome. His reviews, amazing. I watch his videos all the time, which is actually one of the reasons why I'm going to be getting rid of this YHM rail system and getting the MOE handguards, because of his videos, because of his pros and cons over it. And if you watch his perfect AR video, I couldn't agree more with 90% of the things he says. I know he's in the video, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he says that he likes aim points, EOTechs, things like that, those types of scopes, reflex sights. I found this scope. I know it's not a, like I said, it's not a like top brand, but I know Burris and Leopold, they make scopes just like this. It's a 1-to-4 power. Works awesome. It's, as you can see there, let's see if it'll focus in on that. 1-to-4 power, real easy to turn. It did come with these low profile ring mounts. Only problem with that is front sight's in the way. I've ordered some high profile ring mounts. Hopefully that'll cure it. If not, I'll just get a low profile gas block for it and call it a day. Once I figure out if it shoots and holds 0 on the 5.56, then I will be ordering my flat top upper, and I will be doing a low profile gas block on this with a flip up sight. I like that system better, to be able to use my scope at all times without any type of blur in the bottom of the scope at all, even though it's very minimal. I'd rather just not have to deal with it, and then if I need to take the scope off, bam, flip up sights. Will be flip up sights rear and front. So I mean, that's my personal opinion, that I like the like a 1-to-4, and I know he does say that if you get a 1-to-4, 1-to-5, 1.5 to 5, whatever, that he loves those. In his video, he was shooting a 3x9 versus a aim point, and he shot faster with the aim point until he hit distance than it was obviously the other way around. So I think 1-to-4 power, I think that's perfect. 4 power should be able to reach out to pretty much any distance that a 5.56 can hit easily, as long as you have good eyes, of course. Anyway, that's my review. This upper is real nice. It's not metal, it's also a polymer construction. The only thing I didn't really care about on it is that the rails up top are also polymer. They're not metal. It is, I believe, a one-piece construction, and so it's all polymer up top. Let me take this scope off and you can see it. But it is kind of a pain to get the scope on and off, or on, not so much off. Let's see here. You can see there, it's a 22. There's no forward assist, not a big deal. They do give you a groove on here. If you really needed to, you could push it forward. Again, not, I mean, anything that's that big of a deal. Let's see if you can read this here. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to. It says American Tactical Upper Receiver, M422, manufactured by Chappa Firearms. I know American Tactical's a pretty decent name. I've heard of them before I bought this rifle. So hopefully it shoots well. I have very high expectations for it. Really looking forward to trying out the scope. I'll be dialing it in tomorrow. If it works good, I'll buy another one just for the 5.56. It's relatively cheap. I think I paid $109 shipped to my door. It does have the locking rings. Once you get it dialed in, you lock it in, then you can't accidentally change it thinking you're turning it on or something. It does have 3 different colored reticles, 3 different power levels, 1, 2, 3, blue, red, and green. So it is a made in China scope. Obviously it's $100, so you can't really expect too much out of it. Definitely wish they made scopes in the cheaper range, made in America, but unfortunately I just can't afford those real nice scopes. I can't see spending $500-600 on a rifle and spending $1,000 on a scope. I'll just use my iron sights before I buy a scope like that. So that's my opinion. Hopefully the scope holds 0 on the 5.56. If not, I'll just be shooting iron sights for a while. I do 3 guns, so this scope would be real nice. So that's the review of the Omni lower chappa upper in 22 long rifle. It does fit 5.56 uppers, and this is, let's see if you can read it. Let's see there. Doesn't look like you're going to be able to. 5.56 NATO, 1.7 twist, H-bar. That's what it says on it. This came off of a Colt H-bar match grade upper or rifle. It was a complete package then. So I won't be doing anything to the barrel or anything like this. This thing shoots amazing. When it was on the Colt, I've hit out to 200, 225 yards with iron sights on it, and it is accurate. If it misses, it's because of me, not because of the rifle itself. This rifle upper is amazing. So that's my review. Hopefully you guys like it. Leave comments, subscribe. I'll have more videos up, lots of shooting videos. Hopefully on the 19th, January 19th, 2013, if you can make it, go to your state capitol building. Sorry, I was drawing a blank there. January 19th, 2013, 12 noon, state capitol building. If you can make it, be there. Bring your signs, dress professionally, no camo. I'll be wearing a suit there. As long as I can get the day off, I've requested the day off. I will be trying to make it. I will be going to Sacramento. If anybody is in the Inland Empire, wants to carpool, let me know. We can split the gas. I know it's going to cost me quite a bit of money in gas driving a lifted truck. It doesn't get good gas mileage, so be glad to carpool with somebody. If someone wants to go Inland Empire, let's get there, make some signs, let's go. I'll be taking some of Nut and Fancy's questions. Some questions, he had a couple videos up of it, and he has some amazing questions, great points, and he says them in a way that just much better than any way that I could have thought to say it. So I'll be taking some of those, writing those down, taking them in, and hopefully some camera crews will be there and we can get our point across. Go to Nut and Fancy's videos, watch his on the Call to Actions, the Fire Armageddon as he calls it. Watch those videos. His videos are amazing. So there's my review. Have a good day.